Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Sun Love Stars. Welcome to today's pick a card reading. For anybody who's new, my name is Cynthia and I'm going to read your cards today. So I don't even know how I'm going to title this reading. I feel like it's going to be kind of like a mystery reading where there's not necessarily a topic. You could also call it a message from your spirit guides, but it's kind of like a mysterious topic because we don't know what spirit wants to talk about or what your spirit guides want to talk about, or just again whatever comes out, whatever the cards are revealing today, or the universe or spirit is revealing today or wants to reveal to you today. This is what we're going to look at, the mystery topic. I don't want to talk too much, guys. You already know how it works. The next clip, there's going to be 3 images or 3 symbols, just the one that you feel most drawn to. For whatever reason, or your body is like responding to a particular symbol or image when you look at it. You could also feel very drawn to a number, and if you find yourself feeling a little bit indecisive or a little bit out of tune with your intuition, just go on Google, find a number generator, send out a prayer, ask your spirit guides to guide you to the right pile, ask God or the universe to guide you to the right pile, or your ancestors, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe in, and they're going to guide you to the right pile. Okay, or they're going to spit out a number through the number generator. So I'm going to talk too much. I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Hello my beautiful pile number 1, welcome to your reading, guys. So as you can tell by the title, although I don't know how I'm going to title this reading as I'm filming it, but it's basically like a mystery message or whatever the cards are going to show us. So this reading doesn't have any topic, it's just whatever spirit wants to tell you, whatever the universe or your spirit guides or your ancestors want to reveal to you, or whatever message is supposed to come through. But again, it's kind of like a mystery topic, so this could be love, money, career, whatever, whoever. Okay, so let's tap into it. Let me see what's happening here. Okay. You know what? Pile number 1, the first thing that I felt when I was shuffling your cards, I heard the song Insane by Summer Walker. I'm going to put the song down in the description box. I want you guys to listen to it. It might actually make sense to you. But again, the title of the song is Insane by Summer Walker. And the reason why I was drawn to that is because of that card. Okay. As you can tell, he's playing like a video game. Okay. And the first thing that I heard when I was looking at this card, I heard there's something like, but I'm going to tell you straight, it ain't no game. So something about it's not a game. Okay. It also says in the song, she also says, why do you want to play so bad? Why do you want to play so bad? Okay. So again, I heard, but I'm going to tell you straight up, it ain't no game. And then again, in the lyrics, she says, why do you want to play so bad? Why do you want to play so bad? That's the reason why I was brought to that song. And then I looked at the cards and I was like, oh my God, everything makes sense now. Okay, so I'm going to read the lyrics out to you guys. But again, I want you guys to listen to it. You might actually, I really love that song. Okay, but let me see. Summer Walker. It could also be interesting because her name is Summer Walker. So there could also be something significant about summertime. And if we think about it, we just entered summer season, right? We basically just entered summer season, so that is very interesting. So she says something like, what are you in a rush for? What are you trying to meet your maker, darling? Wow, it didn't click. Because I heard the lyrics before, but I never noticed, like, your maker is God, the universe, right? Oh my God. It says, do you know what I'm being brought to? I'm being brought to Cardi B. Do you guys know this meme? It's one of my most favorite memes on the internet. When she says, oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that? Okay. Anyway, and I just saw a flash of blue hair, or like a blue, something about the color blue, but dark blue, or like blue hair, or something about the color dark blue, but anyway. So she says, when you're trying to meet your maker, darling, or are you running out of time? Time and even real, you really need to chill. All an illusion. You're getting mixed up in the fusion. Whatever it is you're trying to see, you can sit down and just believe. And I was like, okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, another thing, because I want to tell you what Spirit is showing me, and then we're going to put the puzzle pieces together, okay? We're going to put the puzzle pieces together. Like, we're going to put them together, but you and me together, okay? Kind of like, you know what's funny? Because we have a police officer here. Do you see that? This is the energy that I pick up here, like putting the puzzle pieces together, putting the dots, connecting the dots. So it's kind of like, you know, we are two officers and we're putting the dots together, okay? I'm just going to keep it like that because if there's too much shadow, you cannot really see. So I'm just going to keep it like that. Anyway, and then I was like looking at these two cards. And then I was being brought to supernatural, but not necessarily only supernatural, but just in general. You know that storyline where there is a person who is an undercover hero, but to the police he looks like a criminal. Does that make sense? You guys know that whole storyline when there's like a undercover hero that is, you know, trying to win against the bad guys, but he's doing it undercover. He's not an official, he doesn't work for the police, but he's doing it independently, or he or she is doing it independently. So I'm being brought to an undercover hero and a police officer. And the police officer thinks that the undercover hero is actually the one that is doing all the bad stuff when they're actually the hero, or when this person's actually a good guy. Kind of like an energy where the police officer, this is what Spirit is bringing me to. The police officer is catching the undercover hero. Because, for example, yesterday I watched Blade, and every time I watch movies, there's like a storyline of an undercover hero, but the police misunderstands the undercover hero because the undercover hero is working against stuff that is not visible. Kind of like in Blade, he was like basically like fighting against vampires, and then in Supernatural, they fight against spirits that seek revenge and stuff like that. So it's kind of like if you tell a police officer, they're not gonna believe you because do you know what I mean? This is what I'm being brought to, okay? And then I'm hearing like, that's why the police officer says to the guy, you are insane, which is the reason why Spirit is showing me the song Summer Walker, or Insane by Summer Walker. Now, usually, or a lot of times in movies, at some point the officer or the policeman is snooping around, so much so that they see that the person that they thought was the bad guy actually said the truth. Okay, this is what I'm being brought to, kind of like an energy where this could be an energy. Okay, let me say it like that. Okay, let me say it like that, because I pick up an energy here where, for some of you guys, okay, because there's a lot of energies coming through, but for some of you guys, I'm picking up the energy here where there was a particular person, possibly a family member, because we have Brother Raccoon here. Okay, so we have Brother Raccoon here, and so it could possibly be a family member, but I don't know who it is. I feel like you had a conversation with somebody, or you have been wishing. For some of you guys, you had a straight up conversation, like you straight up, and we talked about it right in the song. She says, I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm telling you, this is no game. And when I'm hearing this is no game, this also sounds like this is serious. When somebody didn't take something seriously, even though it's very serious, or somebody didn't take you seriously, right? In movie scenes, we usually see like the undercover hero telling the police station or the police officer, no, I need to go, I need to stop the bad guy, this is serious, but the police officer doesn't, how do you call that, doesn't take him seriously, right? You know, that this is the energy that I'm being brought to. So I pick up a strong energy here. For some of you guys, you have been wishing for the truth to be exposed, or you have been wishing for someone in your life to see the truth of another person or to see the truth of a situation, okay? So I'm picking up an energy, for example, you have like a sibling, or you have like a family member, or maybe a friend, and you have been trying to tell them that they need to leave their partner because their partner is not good for them, and they haven't taken you seriously. Like when you say, I worry about you, and then this person's like, oh, you're just exaggerating, there's no need for you to worry about me. So they didn't take you seriously. And I pick up an energy where the person, again, for some of you guys, you had a straight up conversation. For others of you, this was just a general wish that you had. You were wishing for things to be exposed, for things to come to light, so that you don't have to explain yourself. Like, I don't want to look like the bad guy, or I don't want to explain myself. I just want spirit to reveal the truth. This is the energy that I'm being brought to. I feel like it is connected to a particular person where someone is seeing that you actually told the truth. This is what I'm being brought to. So again, there's something about something is being exposed where people see that you are actually the good guy, the undercover hero, the person with the good intentions in a situation, when before you looked like the bad guy, or you looked like very questionable, or maybe you were at the wrong place at the wrong time, and so kind of like they were suspicious of you. Or this could just be an energy where, because I pick up an energy where there's like two people, two energies, and I don't know, this could even be in your family, or I don't know what exactly this is, but it feels like to me where you knew like, oh my god, this person's a snake, this person cannot be trusted, or you didn't like the girlfriend of your uncle because you know she's a gold digger. You love your uncle, but you know he just took a gold digger and he doesn't believe you, and you were very worried about your uncle. Just an example, okay? So you were like wishing for the truth to come out. And I'm picking up a strong energy here where this is about to happen. It's already like it's at the brink of like, it's the brink of exposure is what I'm being brought to, or something about, because we have the Ten of Swords here in reverse. This tells me that someone is seeing that you told the truth, okay? I pick up a strong energy where someone is starting to believe you when they didn't believe you before. Okay, something about where someone is taking you seriously, or where someone is like seeing that what you say is serious or should be taken seriously, or that you also something about where someone, how can I explain that? I'm also hearing something about where someone is questioning like your position or your authority, or something about, for example, I don't know what this would mean in your life, but I pick up like an energy where someone is questioning if you are capable of the manager position, if you're capable of running your own business, or if you are capable of raising children. Do you know what I mean? Where someone was questioning your position of power, okay? Or someone was questioning like your motives or your agenda behind your position of power. And I'm picking up an energy where this other person, or people around you, okay, if it's not a particular person, it's people around you, are seeing that you were the good guy from the get-go, or you had good intentions, or that you are stronger than they thought, but in a way where they start to give you your flowers, or where they start to give you credit. I'm hearing giving you credit where credit is due, but I'm also picking up an energy here where people start to believe that you are meant to be in an authority position. Does that make sense? Where people were questioning like, oh, can you raise a child? Just an example. And then they see like, wow, you're actually a good mother. Like, or where people think, oh, you're not capable of running a business or something along those lines, or being self-employed. There's something about where people no longer question your position, or no longer question like your authority, or no longer question your motives. There's something about the truth being exposed, that you have been a good guy all along, or that you told the truth, or that you were very, how do you say that, that you came in with pure intentions into a situation. and the other person that didn't come in with good intentions is also being exposed, okay? So there could be a lot of people. Let me tell you something. I feel like there's, again, for example, you have been wishing for your uncle to see the truth. I feel like your uncle is receiving, just an example, guys, okay? So fill in the blank or fill in the gap if it's not your uncle. Of course, it's not going to be your uncle for everybody, but could be like a particular person or just in general, the energy, okay? So your uncle is starting to receive a lot of signs. Your uncle is being bombarded with signs right now, where spirit is showing your uncle, your girlfriend is a gold digger, your girlfriend is a gold digger, your girlfriend is a gold digger, everywhere they go. And they start to think, I remember what pile number 1 said to me. Pile number 1 said I should be aware of omens, or pile number 1 said something is wrong with the person, or pile number 1 said I need to be aware, where people remember your words, like your words are echoing in people's mind, but in a way where they feel like, I feel like maybe there's some truth behind what pile number 1 said. For some of you guys, it's kind of like an ego death, because some people wanted to believe that you are in the wrong, some people wanted to believe that you have bad intentions, and some people wanted to believe that you are the bad guy. And it's going to become, it's becoming so apparent that you are not the bad guy, that they kind of go through an ego death, where they have to accept that, I'm hearing you were chosen for something, and 2, that you were in the right, or something about where they underestimated you, or something along those lines, okay? So again, there could be a particular person who's receiving a lot of signs that you told the truth, that you're telling the truth, that you are a person to be trusted, and that you are the good guy, or that you had pure intentions in a situation, or that there's something behind, or there's something deeper behind the whole situation, where people receive, again, with the 10 of Swords, I feel like, let me tell you something. I feel like it's people receiving like signs about a person that it's kind of like an energy where, for example, you and another person, you stand next to each other, which if we look at a game, it's like 2 people fighting, right, in a game. So it's kind of like when you stand next to the other person and one person cannot decide like who's the bad guy. For example, they, the police officers trying to decide who's the bad guy, and they don't know if it's you or if it's the other person. There's something about it's about to be revealed big time, or you might get actually a little bit surprised, because I feel like someone is about to come to you and say something about where they say, I believe you, okay? Something about, I feel like, because I pick up an energy again, we're coming back to the song Summer Walker, Insane, where maybe what you say is insane, or for example, if you say from the get-go you don't like somebody and you have no evidence why you don't like this person, it sounds insane, or like, oh, it's just in your head. But I feel like evidence is piling up with the police officer. There's something about evidence is piling up against the person who is really not to be trusted, or who is like, for example, this is like a person who brings a lot of havoc or a lot of bad energy to the family or to your friendships, or do you know what I mean? Something about where it's going to be apparent that you told the truth. Something about people will see that you told the truth, and there might even possibly be a person coming to you and saying, hey, pie number 1, I want to ask you a question, because I trust you, or I trust in your opinion, or I want to know what you think. But they come to you because they feel like you already told them about it, or you already went through something similar, so they're going to come to you, if that makes sense. There's something going on here where something is going to become very, very clear to people about where you had a fight or like a battle with another person. It could even be like spiritually, or where somebody was in competition with you and they were trying to kind of like slander your name, or like suppress your energy, or you suppress your presence, or do you know what I mean? Where someone is like actively trying to kind of like push you out of a situation or win against you or something along those lines, and people are like catching up. There's something about people are catching up that something is not right with the other person, and if this person had like a whole mission to paint you as the bad guy, it's not working. Even if it is working for some time, it's not working. There's about to be like, I'm hearing things are not adding up, or there's like a big crack or something about like things are not adding up. When this other person is speaking, things are not adding up. And again, there's also something about divine intervention, because we have the storm angel here, which means if we have the storm angel here, this means that spirit is intervening. Does that make sense? So spirit, God, the universe is intervening. It's a divine intervention, because sometimes spirit wants us to, how can I explain that? Sometimes spirit or the universe is saying, oh, you can handle this on your own, or oh, it's not a big deal. We talked about it, right? Where something is serious, or accusations are serious, or this person could, you know what I mean? So again, some fights, spirit is like, hey, you have to do this on your own. This is not a big thing. Or your spirit guides are saying, hey, you know, it's not a big thing. Don't worry about it, you know, just ignore it. But when the storm angel comes through, this tells me that it is even serious in the eyes of God, or in the eyes of the universe, or in the eyes of your ancestors or your spirit guides. I'm hearing, wow, I cannot say that, spirit. I cannot say that. I'm being brought to a song. I'm not gonna say it because it's a little bit like intense, but there's something about, in the song he says, this fight is not normal. Okay, I'm hearing this fight is not normal. So again, it's a fight where spirit has to intervene. It's kind of like, just imagine you have like two children, and they kind of like, how do you say that? Two children or two pets that kind of like are grumpy to each other, or poke each other, or harass each other, but it's not like, it's like play fight, or it's not a big deal, if that makes sense. It's not a big deal, or they can handle this on their own. So a parent doesn't have to step in, or a grandparent doesn't have to step in, or you don't have to step in between your two dogs or whatever, because they're just playing, or it's just a small fight or whatever. But there's also like more serious fights, or more serious energy, where the dog mom has to actually like intervene. That's what it feels like to me here spiritually, where spirit or the universe feels like they have to intervene in the situation, because this is getting out of hand, or something is getting out of hand. But it almost feels like somebody's like, I feel like somebody is like playing very, how can I explain that energy? Because the storm angel, again, this is divine intervention where spirit has to step in. The universe, God, your spirit guides, your ancestors actually have to step in. We talked about it with the insane, because it's like it's at the brink of insanity, or something about the, I don't know, I feel like there's like a person who, they use extreme methods to win over you, or to kind of like to win. Does that make sense? So there's like a person who is trying to win against you. I don't know, they're like in a competition with you. I don't know if it's like who has more money, who has a better family. I don't know, like they went for, they're competing for somebody's attention, something along those lines. But this person, the way that they do it, it's not petty anymore. It's almost like it's at the brink of like, you know, it's like it becomes like very you know, where spirit has to say like, stop, like this has to fucking stop, like this cannot, this is not just somebody being petty, or somebody like I don't know, like competing or something. This is like, it is at the brink of like something not so good. Okay, so spirit is basically intervening. I don't know what this is, but again, it feels like it's where spirit, where the universe has to step in, is basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, we also have here Brother Raccoon. It says a safe place for you to go, you see. So there's something about, there's also something about, again, spirit wants you to know that you are protected. And again, there, if I could describe the energy, it feels like to me you maybe have like a departed loved one on the other side, or maybe it's your spirit guides, or your ancestors, or God, or spirit itself, that feels like, I have to defend part number one. So to me it feels like everybody involved in this situation, I don't know what the situation is, but I'm hearing they are getting informed by spirit. Spirit is very, very blunt. Your spirit guides, your grandpa on the other side is very, very blunt with the signs that they are sending the people that are involved in that situation. Does that make sense? To the point where they cannot look away, or it's going, there's something about it. It's like an energy where there's a lot of supernatural. We talked about supernatural, right? there's a lot of supernatural stuff happening around the people that are involved in this situation. Let's say, for example, you have an evil auntie and everybody in your family is like, you know, your auntie is a kind person and stuff like that. And you're like, no, there's something wrong. Spirit is sending everybody that is involved in that situation supernatural signs, or is contacting everybody, informing everybody. Does that make sense? Okay, to the point where when you then speak, or like where they remember, or something is echoing in their mind or in their brain, or something about where spirit is backing you up, something about spirit is providing the evidence for your claims. It sounds so weird. I don't know what exactly you're going through. For some of you guys, this might be something that will happen in the future. For others of you, it might make sense right now. I don't know what's happening. I feel like the energy is very intense lately, because a lot of times it's like it's a lot. It's like you know, sometimes my readings are very fluffy and very lighthearted, but this feels like again, it's a little bit serious, just like the song. Okay, and in the song she says, God bless me, God help me, I think I'm insane now. Okay, so it's kind of like God is helping you with that situation. Okay, and I'm also hearing something about someone wanted to paint you as crazy, or something about someone wanted to paint you as crazy, someone wanted to paint you as insane. And let me tell you something, I'm not gonna lie. There's something about where I feel like certain people said some very, very, very bad stuff about you. I don't know who it is, but I feel like their tongue, I'm seeing like their tongue, and I'm seeing like the words that they have to be very careful with the words that they speak, because what they say about you happens to them. So there's something about spirit teaching these people it's a huge lesson. These people are going through a huge lesson, because if you think about it, just imagine like you have children. How do you teach them? You have to teach them. I'm also hearing some children learn easily, and they just need like a nice conversation with their parent, and other children, they learn the hard way. These are people that learn the hard way, so the way they learn a lesson is very harsh, because they don't know when to stop, or they don't know. I'm also hearing they don't know when to forgive. It's like an energy where people hold a grudge and they don't know when to release the grudge, or these people don't know when to stop fighting. Okay, something about stop fighting. Maybe the both of you are in the wrong, but why? Kind of like do you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know the situation, but to me it feels like where spirit is saying, you know, it's one thing to be mad at somebody, it's one thing to be disappointed, but it's another thing to kind of like relentlessly try to, or when it's your mission to, you know, like get the person out of the way. And when your methods become very extreme, that's when spirit and God is intervening. That's the only time where spirit and God is intervening, when it is too extreme. Does that make sense? So something about where spirit is forcing them to let go of their grudge, or spirit is teaching them a very, very big lesson where they have to I'm hearing anger management or anger control, like anger management is what I'm being brought to, where these people have to learn, like, if they continue to hold a grudge, it's gonna eventually destroy them and not you. Like, where holding a grudge is like poison to them and not to you, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Is what I'm being brought to. So I want to read this card out to you guys. It says Storm Angel, and it says collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. Again, for some of you guys, this is something that might happen in the future, or spirit wants you to know. I'm also hearing something else. I'm hearing that spirit wants you to know that financially you are safe, or they're going to help you financially, or something about don't worry about your finances. There is about to be a huge change when it comes to your finances, okay? If you are looking for a job, the job is on the horizon. If you're looking for a promotion, you are about to get it, because we have the King of Pentacles here, which tells me Spirit wants you to know that if it has not yet happened, you are about to be in a very privileged or in a very blessed, lucky energy when it comes to your finances, okay? Which could actually even be the reason why you have so much like, how do you say that, pushback. I'm picking up pushback or opposition, but to me it almost, if you look at this card, look at it, okay guys, this to me feels like where, again, if it has not yet happened, it's about to happen, okay? Something about where you are about to walk into a very interesting chapter in your life, and this chapter feels like you being this, something about where you get an opportunity. And I've been saying this for months, and I feel like, again, I also feel like tarot cards are sometimes like, how do you call it? Wow. Okay, I heard the word exploiting. So I'm also seeing I'm also seeing something about, we talked about a gold digger. So there could even be an energy where Spirit is revealing, okay, listen to me, something about gold diggers being exposed, okay? Okay, something about gold diggers being exposed, but I also feel like, again, I feel like you are about to walk into a chapter in your life where your finances are amazing, or something about where you are working with big people, influential people, or somebody in a higher position has their eye on you. And I'm not just talking about romantically, I'm also talking about friendship-wise. Someone with a bigger position might have like a friendship crush on you, or someone with a bigger position, because if you look at it, this looks like somebody who does, you know, they're good at maintaining their finances, and they might be like very smart with money and finances and stuff like that, where, again, tone it up or tone it down, because it's for different people, it's different. So there could be an energy where on a bigger scale, on a larger extent, on a bigger extent, this could be like you meeting people that are very influential, possibly wealthy, or very financially well off, very privileged men and women. Maybe they have a rags to riches story. Maybe they're very good at manifesting money. Maybe they are, I'm seeing actresses, actors, singers and stuff like that, like the, you know, these kind of people. Or some people that are in the spotlight, or even behind the scenes, behind the camera, behind the film production, stuff like that. That's what I'm being brought to, okay? I'm also seeing something about a casting, or where you get the role in a casting, or somebody wants to cast you for a role, playing in a TV show. These are the things that I'm being brought to. This is of course not going to apply for everybody. For others of you, there's something about you have a very strong connection with like a boss, a manager, a recruiter. This could also be, and again, the way this person comes into your life could be all kinds of things, okay? This could be like the new boyfriend of your auntie that is in this big position, and you happen to have a good connection to the boyfriend of your auntie. Does that make sense? In a very innocent way, where they feel like, man, pie number one has so much talent, I actually want to support pie number one. Does that make sense? For others of you, this could be like the boyfriend of your friend, of your best friend, or something along those lines. For others of you, this could be your future spouse, your true love. This is definitely, and for others of you, it's literally you, okay? Something about where you are, let me actually say, I want to get one more card here. With the King of Pentacles, there's something about where you get a chance, something about you getting a chance, and this, I'm hearing this chance might actually, you know, change your life somehow, some way. Okay, for some of you guys it's small changes, for others of you it's big changes, or where you make double the amount, or something about your salary really, you know, going high, or kind of like a career transition, a job change that you didn't even see was, or didn't know was possible, or something about a source of income that you didn't know was possible, because we have a twist in the tail, the unexpected, a change you did not see coming. Do you see that? And I feel like this is something, this change that you did not see coming, it has something to do with like, wow, it's like, how can I even explain that? It's like, you didn't know. it's like an energy where you don't know how lucky you are, and I put the word lucky in quotation marks because I don't believe in luck. I believe like either destiny or manifestation, but I don't necessarily believe in luck because I feel like it's maybe like I don't necessarily believe in luck, to be honest with you guys. But let me actually see. Can you clarify the King of Pentacles? Yeah, we have the Six of Cups here in reverse. There's something about, or for example, someone sees like you're talented, they want you to work for this big company, you attract a big client, something where something is becoming quite big, or you get the attention of someone big, or you become part of a big project, a big production. I don't know what this means, guys, okay? Let me see. And there's also something about exposing gold diggers. Okay. Now, for others of you, again, take it with a grain of salt, but I'm also hearing like I don't know if it's like a family member, because I feel like it might be a family member where you were worried that there's a gold digger in this person's life, or there's a very materialistic or something about. It's like I'm also picking up an energy where someone who is very materialistic, kind of like spirit is teaching them that they need to humble themselves and not be so materialistic. But I also pick up, but I also pick up an energy here where, I don't know what this energy is. It's like I'm hearing a gold digger is being exposed. I don't know what this means, guys, okay? Or multiple gold diggers are being exposed, or something about where someone has raw talent and the other person just is doing foul play, but the person with the raw talent is being highlighted here. Okay. Where's the King of Pentacles here? What's going on? Where's the King of Pentacles here? What's going on? And my finger is like itching. I feel like it's the ring finger in some country. Like this finger here is itching. Okay. So for some of you guys, it could be connected to your true love in your future spouse, whatever I'm describing here. Okay, because my ring finger is itching, or my engagement finger. I don't know which one it is, but it's the fourth finger here. Okay, because I know it's different in different countries, but it's either my engagement ring finger or my, you know, like where you get your, oh, bruh. Yeah, that's what I'm being brought to. Look at that energy. Do you see that? I feel like you are about to win big time. I don't know what this is. You are about to get a big job, big client, big money, money magic, getting the attention of a big person. Someone is like, I'm also hearing talent scouts, something about talent scouts, or something about where I'm also picking up an energy where someone, you have an idea and you put it out there, and then there's like a bigger person like contacting you. Hey, I really want to work with this digital art that you created, or I really want to work with this, like, you know, the music. I want to use your music in like a commercial. Can I offer you money for that? Does that make sense? This is what I'm being brought to, okay? Or something about, I really like the way you dress. I want to write about like fashion magazines or about fashion, or do you know what I mean? This is what I'm being brought to, where you are being like, someone is like seeing you in the crowd, or someone is seeing that you are very, very talented, or something along those lines, okay? This could be professional, even friendship-wise, where someone who is like a big person, or they're quite successful, they have a friendship crush on you. Does that make sense? Like people would, you know, like people would love to be friends with this person, but this person only allows certain people in their friend circle, and you're basically one of them. Does that make sense? Because they have to be careful who they trust, okay? Because they are in a position where they have to be careful with people. That's what it feels like to me here, okay? Again, this could also be like someone in your family coming into this huge position, and they're gonna share their blessings with you, which I talked about in a different reading, but I keep seeing it here, okay? Where's the King of Pentacles here? Yeah, the Fool. Do you see that? You could be meeting this person as you're traveling. You could be meeting this person at an airport. Not for everybody, but with the Fool card here, this is like a new energy, okay? This feels like a new energy, or something about, I'm picking up an energy where I'm hearing new money. I'm going to be very honest, new money, new opportunities, or new people, or like I'm also hearing something about where you are on a, I want to ask you a question. Have you felt the last couple of days that your energy is different, or you feel different, or you think differently, like where you notice a change in the way you think, possibly even in the way you want to dress, or the colors that you use, or that usually, let me tell you something, okay? It could even be as small as, I usually sit on the left side, but for some reason I want to sit on the right side, or I usually eat this, but for some reason I want to eat this. Or does that make sense, where you feel like a change in the things that you do, like you're noticing that you're doing your hair differently or your makeup, but it's like you're not doing it consciously, it kind of happens subconsciously, where you're like, oh, I usually sit on the left side, but now I'm sitting on the right and I didn't even notice it. Okay, and for others of you, you have been noticing that your energy, you feel a different energy in your body, or you start to think differently, or something about where your thoughts are different, or you are drawn to different things. What I'm basically trying to say, let me stop before I continue to stutter here. What I'm basically trying to say is, and I said that on Patreon, or I'm about to, if you guys come from Patreon, I plan on posting this on Monday or Tuesday, but probably Monday. I put a next 7 day prediction on Patreon in case somebody's interested in that. The link is down in the description box in case you do want to watch it. There's a lot of readings if you cannot get enough of me and me talking like a waterfall. But anyway, if you are from Patreon, I talked something about where your energy is different, something about where there's closure to something and your energy starts to become so different that the people that you attract are different, or the experiences that you are attracting is like, you never met men like this, you never met women like this, you never attracted an opportunity like this, you never, do you know what I mean? Like your day never looked like that, or something about where your energy, it starts with your energy, it starts with your thoughts, and your energy is completely different, and therefore it's like it starts to show like in your outer world where what you attract is different. Like you start to attract people with like rainbow hair. It's like, oh my god, I never met a person with rainbow hair, or I never befriended a person with rainbow hair. Does that make sense? That's what it feels like to me, because your energy starts to become different, so what you attract is also very, very different, okay? And I talked about that on Patreon, the next 7 day prediction. So for some of you guys, this energy that I'm describing could be really, you know, showing in your life the next 7 days. Yeah, I keep hearing it, new money. I'm hearing new money. I'm seeing like, I'm seeing an energy here. I also want to say, if you guys felt like you went through evil eye, you went through negative energy, you felt like you have been sabotaged in the past, I'm seeing like something big happening the next 7 days, or just in general around the time when you watch this reading, where I feel like there is like a, what is this energy here with the whole evil eye, sabotage, thingamajigger? What is happening here? Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands here. It's about to come to an end. Okay, so there's like a grand finale. There's about to be an end to that whole situation, to that whole like, I don't know, to that whole like evil eye or sabotaging energy or negative energy. There's like a conclusion or something about where you already know the truth, but other people might be catching on to the truth. Does that make sense? So when everybody in the room knows the truth, that's when the case is closed. That's what it feels like. Look at that. That's when the case is closed, when everybody is informed and everybody knows, and not just you. Because there could be an energy where only you knew. Again, I don't know what the fuck that means, okay? This could also be connected to where, I'm gonna be very honest with some of you guys, since my finger was itching and now that I talked about it, the itching is gone. This could also be connected to where, for some of you guys, not for everybody, for some of you guys, not for everybody, but for some of you guys, it could also be connected to your future spouse and your true love. Again, since my finger is itching and it's like the ring finger or the engagement finger, because different fingers mean different things, right? This would, for example, be like, I don't know, like getting an approval, or someone really like liking your stuff. Okay, this would be like someone pointing their fingers towards you or something along those lines. I don't know what this would be. Maybe like, I don't know, like a piece. I would have to Google it, but anyway, so this finger here is connected to like marriage and engagement, stuff like that. So for some of you guys, I'm picking up an energy. You already solved the riddle, or you already solved the riddle in your life, and I feel like your true love and your future spouse is catching up because they are solving a riddle in their life. And once you both know the truth, that's when you guys come together. Does that make sense? So you had to solve a riddle in your life, recover from something in your life, and they are catching up. They are uncovering a riddle or recovering from something in their life. So that means the union can take place very, very soon, because you both are caught up and the case is closed. Where you had to close a case in your life and they had to close a case in their life. Does that make sense? This could also be connected to that. Okay. Yeah, but I'm going to read out these two cards. So we first of all have Storm Angel here. Okay. Actually, let me read out all of them. Let me spoil you guys. Give me one moment. Now, pile number one. One more thing that I want to tell you guys is with this card, I'm actually not going to read it out because I still know what it is about. Excuse me. It says, Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. Excuse me, for some of you guys, Spirit is saying, get ready, you are about to move. Like within the next couple of months, I almost would say within the next 6 months. Okay, not for everybody, but for a lot of you guys, it feels like short term. Within under a year, I would say under a year, you are about to move. For a lot of you guys, because I'm seeing it here. I'm seeing like that Spirit wants you to live elsewhere, because it's the environment is better for you, or something about where Spirit is saying, no, you need to move. Like, this is not even you just wanting to move. This is literally Spirit saying, in order to keep you safe and happy and content and like connected to Spirit in the universe, they actually have to put you into a different situation. Okay, so this is not even you wanting to move. This is literally Spirit like agreeing, or the universe agreeing that you need to move, like you need to get out of where you are at, because the energy is not it doesn't support your soul anymore, or your soul needs to go elsewhere. Like, you know, it's overdue. But it says a safe place for you to go, and this card usually talks about how one has to hide until it is safe to come out, or until it is safe to be seen. But for now, this person needs to hide. Okay. And we talked about it, right? Where I talked about like where something was hidden, like you knew the truth, but maybe something was hidden, or maybe Spirit has been hiding something from you. Does that make sense? Maybe Spirit has been hiding you from your future spouse, and has been hiding your future spouse from you, or something about hidden evidence is going to come to light, something about where the hidden becomes visible for people. The truth about you, the truth about another person, something about the truth about someone's intention, someone's agenda, the truth about that you said the truth, okay? Something about where something is being revealed that was hidden before, okay? Which then means case closed, on to the next case, on to the next chapter, on to the next something, okay? And I almost want to say where this to me feels like the end of you hiding, or you feeling like, because let me tell you something. For some of you guys, you maybe even felt like you wanted to put yourself out there. May that be financial, may that be in your career, may that be with friends, may that be with your love life, or anything else. You felt like you wanted to put yourself out there, but it felt like I feel like for some of you guys, you have been going through pushbacks, almost as if Spirit is saying no, don't, or as if the timing was not right. Does that make sense? Where you tried to put yourself out there, but something in your soul told you it's not time, or Spirit might have shown you it's not time because nothing happened. Because if Spirit and the universe feels like it is time, that's when things start to happen. So if you feel like nothing is happening, it might be because Spirit is saying it's not time for something to happen. Does that make sense? So I almost want to say this is about to come to an end, okay? Because we have the Tower here, and we have the Ten of Swords, and we also have the Ten of Wands. It's all about endings energy, okay? This feels like a grand finale. This feels like it's about to be time for you to get out of the hiding, or it's about to be time for you to be discovered, for you to be seen, for your talents to be visible, for you to really reach the top, or rise to a, you know, reach to the top. Like, just imagine how the sun rises, you know, in the morning. That's what it feels like to me, where the sun was like hidden, like at nighttime, where your life the last couple of months has been like the nighttime with the moon. And now your life becomes like the sunrise, where the sun is visible for everybody to see. So this could be money coming to you. This could be love coming to you. This could be friends, where you get very popular, a lot of friends. There's something about the hiding is over, and it's now safe for you to get out there. It's now safe for you to get this opportunity. It's now safe for you to meet this person. It's now safe for you to move or whatever, something along those lines, okay? So I want to read out the Storm Angel. Hold on. And again, for some of you guys, the next 7 days could be very significant, because I was channeling this Patreon reading. Okay. It says, the Storm Angel speaks. There's nothing wrong at all with differences. Diversity is wonderful. Shadow and light are beautiful and necessary and can coexist in harmony, but certain kinds of differences do not blend, like oil and water. They separate and cannot coexist in harmony. Therefore, I bring change, and when change comes, for some it is simple, easy, and flowing, for others dramatic. I cannot make this up. Didn't I say that with some children, and there's nothing wrong, because we all act differently in different situations, right? Some lessons you learn very easily. Other lessons, Spirit really was like, you know, it was like kind of like a dramatic situation for Spirit to teach you a lesson. And it literally says, like, I bring change, and when change comes, for some it is simple, easy, and flowing. We talked about it, right? For others, dramatic, erratic, wild, and full of static. This is what it feels like to me here, where someone didn't want to learn the lesson, so now Spirit is forcing them to learn this lesson, and it's connected to you, or it's connected to like the way they talk about you, or that, for example, I'm also hearing, if you're gossiping about me, shut the fuck up. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So something about where Spirit is stopping the slander or the gossip, or something about, no, this person needs to learn. You cannot walk around like that and be so mean, or so, you know, like so revengeful. Like this is not good. Like, Spirit is teaching this person, like, seeking revenge only hurts you. Holding a grudge is only poison in your body. Stop it, okay? Because again, this person went to extremes. They did something extreme behind the scenes, guys, okay? They maybe even, I don't even want to go into it. Okay, it says, like I said, I appear when two forms of energy collide. You see, bumping heads, high and low. I then appear to burn away the old and create a clear, fresh vibration. Where all that is stale and fearful and unpleasant has been cleared away. Look at this card. Look at the card that came out. It said, I burn that energy away. It's like a child who doesn't want to listen. Don't touch the oven. Don't touch the oven. Don't touch the oven. They touch the oven, they get burned. That's what it feels like to me here. It's a person around you, okay? The wonderful thing about this challenging collision is that while you're being nudged out of your comfort zone, you also realize just how much has changed and how far you have come. The results will be worth the pressure. Trust me. When I appear, know that it is natural for people to feel tension, to become even more entrenched in their beliefs, and to refuse to let go. We talked about it. I cannot make this up. The only approach you can take right now is to clearly and powerfully remain in integrity. Do not compromise who you are out of a misguided notion of being compassionate. You must speak the truth that is in your heart and stay committed to that truth. Okay, I almost want to say there's also an energy where somebody tried to kind of like change the way you think, and they have been like, it was their full-time job to kind of like to kind of like mold you or make you believe something that you don't believe in. Does that make sense? It's like when somebody pushes their agenda or pushes their belief system onto you, and they're trying, I'm even hearing they're trying to groom you into where they do it on purpose. They say certain things so that at some point you agree with them, with their belief system. I don't know what this is, guys. I don't know what this is, okay? It's kind of like, it gives me gaslighting, okay? Because in the song Insane, she also says, 'cause you know it's real. Okay, in the song she says, 'cause you know it's real. So there's something about where evidence is on the table and this person still says, you're not seeing clearly, or evidence is on the table but this person is like, it feels like gaslighting where somebody has evidence like photos, screenshots, and the other person says, oh, it's a fake profile, when it's clearly, you see in the screenshot that it is not a fake profile, that it is like the profile of the person. Does that make sense? Where somebody is lying although the proof is all on the table. So they're trying to gaslight you that you almost think, oh my god, am I going insane because there's evidence here, like I'm not pulling this out of my ASS, okay, I'm not pulling this out of my ass, you know. So do you know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me here, okay. Yeah, and then it says, there may be arguments, even angry situations and fights at the moment. Withheld energies are being freed so they can be released. You see, the grip, kind of like where the grip is being released, okay? Or something about where spirit is like releasing an energy, or I don't know, something is happening here. You will uncover the truth about a situation as no one can lie when this angel is about her work. Any lies, deception and manipulation and cheating will be revealed. The most important objective for you when the storm angel is about to speak truthfully and act in integrity. And didn't I post a community post, in case you guys have seen my community post? Didn't I say integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching? And then it was like a picture that said, I saw that. And then the picture said, I saw that karma. That's what I'm being brought to, okay? Hold on. And act in integrity as all is about to become very transparent, and her fierce bright light will reveal all that is hidden so that it can be banished, for good. It literally says, so that it can be banished for good. Okay, so if there has been any manipulation, deceit, lies, evil eye, spirit is banishing it for good, okay? This has been going on for months, even for years. Spirit is putting an end to it, okay? That's what it feels like to me here. Spirit is putting an end to it, like this has to fucking stop, okay? Because I almost want to say Spirit gave these people a chance to resolve this issue without this harsh lesson. Like, okay, you know, if you learn your lesson now, you know, the consequences are not going to be that bad, right? When a parent has like compassion with you, like, hey, you know, like if my child learns the lesson easily, then I'm not going to cuss them out. But when they continue to make the mistake, at some point I have to cuss them out because they're not going to learn. So the consequences are going to be way worse than if they stopped immediately. That's what it feels like to me here, guys, okay? Again, expect, like, I'm hearing expect the unexpected. There's about to be big changes happening in your life. Let me actually get one last card here. So much so for a short reading. Cannot stop talking. What is the twist in the tail? The twist in the tail about for pile number 1? Yeah, 10 of Wands. You see... Oh, dang. 10 of Wands, like, done. This bullshit is done. Okay. For some of you guys, there's like a big project you are about to be... I'm picking up an energy where you are about to be part of a big project, okay? I feel like you are about to be a part of a big project from somebody, or you don't know that you are about to be part of a big plan or a big project, or someone else's plan, where someone else is manifesting you and they have a big plan, or they're working on something big and they're looking for an artist like you, you know, a singer like you, a florist like you. Does that make sense? One more, a twist in the tail. I'm I'm also hearing an unexpected ending, where a movie has an unexpected ending, so it's not predictable, or where you think the whole movie, you think you know how the movie is ending, but it's an unexpected ending. Something about there's an unexpected ending to this whole situation here, with the slander, the evil eye, the negative energy, or where somebody was like, I don't know, where two belief systems were like clashing. And I don't know what this means, guys, okay, in your life. Yeah, something about an unexpected ending. Okay, one more. 5 of Cups, yeah. With the 5 of Cups, I'm hearing the song by Justin Timberlake. Hearing Cry Me a River, oh, cry me a river, because the person here is crying. Cry me a river. For others of you, this also reminds me of a vision board. Something about a vision board here. Something is unexpectedly, like there's something connected, this change or this unexpected change is connected to a vision board of yours, or something. Oh yeah, for some of you guys, there's something about a vision board, or something about like where you manifest with pictures, or something about pictures. For others of you, there's also something about an ancestor or a departed loved one, because the 5 of Cups also talks about like a departed loved one, where you mourn, where you are sad, you know, like, and you know, the picture is supposed to like connect you to the person on the other side. So there could also be like something supernatural happening with a departed loved one that is gonna step in, and it's gonna shock you, like the way they step in. It's like gonna, yeah, it's gonna shock you. Okay, it's gonna be supernatural basically. One more. The unexpected, the twist and tail, the twist in the tail. Dang. Ooh, the devil, bruh. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, dang. I keep channeling this since a few days. The hare and the... what was it? The hare and the turtle. Everybody thought the rabbit or the hare would win, but the turtle wins. I feel like people are about to have like a big wake-up call here. There's something about a huge wake-up call. There's a huge wake-up call for people around you. I don't know what is happening here. This is like, it's like an energy where you trick the bad guy in a movie. That's what I'm being brought to, when the bad guy thinks he won, but then there's like a huge twist where there was like a plan B, or like a, how do you say that? Where the bad guy in the movie thinks they won, but they only won because they didn't know plan B. And then usually when you watch a movie, and then they show like, in hindsight, they show like, how do you say that? They show little clips of what a person did in the past, that this person had something behind their back that the bad guy or the villain didn't notice. And that's what's saving them in the end. There's something, I don't know, there's something about like tricking the trickster. I'm hearing there's something about tricking the trickster. What is happening? Again, I feel like it's kind of like an unexpected ending here, okay? Or something about the way the universe is going to put an end to this negative energy, this evil eye, this Karen, this mean colleague, this person that has been like working against you for quite some time. It's going to be, I'm hearing hilarious. Like, not that it's, because I don't think it is funny, because I don't like to see people going through bad stuff. Like, I don't. I would rather want them to just leave me alone, and we both kind of like do our own thing, and that's it. And that's what Spirit also wanted, but they didn't stop. So Spirit has to teach them a lesson somehow, some way. And I feel like it's going to be a little bit like, I don't know, I feel like you're going to be a little bit shocked about it. It's going to be like, oh my fucking God. Like, I knew karma existed. I knew God is by my side. But the way it all happened is just, it's mind-blowing, okay? Pie number 1, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you like this reading. I'm going to see my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Hello my lovely pal number 2, welcome to your reading, guys. So as you can tell by the title, although I don't know how I'm going to title this reading, but as you can tell by the title, I want to talk about like either a message from spirit or just a mystery message. So we don't know the topic, we're just going to see what the cards are telling us, what spirit wants to talk about, the universe wants to talk about. Yeah, so give me a moment here, guys. I'm just checking which cards I feel drawn to, because I feel like one card is missing. Oh, we already are channeling, huh? So pile number 2, have you felt like something is missing in your life, or something is like, I feel like you have been feeling like something is missing? Now you might tell me, of course I know what's missing, Cynthia. Money is missing, I want to move out, I want to have love, I want to have friends. Of course that's what's missing. Okay. Let me see. Because do you know what it actually tells me? That this is not what's missing. You think that's what it is, that it is missing, but it's not. If you would have it, you would still feel like something is missing. Oh man, I love that reading already. Okay, listen to me, guys. There's an energy where you think this is missing in my life, but it's not that thing. You know how people still are sad even though they have money? Of course, I'm not saying like, I don't like when people say, oh, you don't need money to be happy and stuff like that. Well, that's not entirely true. I mean, you can be happy, but you will also face a lot of problems if you don't have money. So I don't like people saying like, oh, money cannot buy happiness. Well, money can buy you peace. If it cannot buy you happiness, okay, you know what I mean? Like, it can buy you happiness to a certain extent. It can buy you peace to a certain extent. It cannot do all the work, but it can do something. So saying that money doesn't make a difference is like, it doesn't make sense. It's not true. Because we live in a world where we work with money. So that's not true, in my opinion. But anyway, but I'm picking up an energy where spirit is saying, the way it feels to me is that spirit is saying, for others of you, I also feel like you recently, like, it's like an energy where I feel like you got something that you wanted, but now you feel like, why am I still not happy? Or why am I still not content, although I have what I have? Or there might be an energy where you even feel guilty for not being happy about what you have. Okay, so I pick up an energy where some of you guys, what is this? I don't know what this is. This is like an energy where you feel like you should be happy with what you have, or you feel like you should be grateful for what you have, or you recently, like, I don't know, got a job, you recently got an apartment, you recently met somebody, you recently got engaged. There's something about where something has happened in your life and people are like, man, you're so lucky. It's like an energy where somebody says, oh man, you must be so lucky, but you don't feel like it. Does that make sense? Where somebody comes to you and they're like, oh my God, you must be so lucky with your husband, with your boyfriend, with your new job, with even if it's not something tangible, this might even be an energy, oh man, you must be so lucky with, you know, your long hair, or you must be so lucky with your beauty. Does that make sense? Where somebody says to you like, oh, you must be lucky, and I'm hearing, but why don't I feel lucky? I'm literally hearing, why don't I feel lucky? People tell me all the time like, oh my God, I'm so talented, or I'm blessed by God, or it's a God's gift, but why doesn't it feel like a gift? Why don't I feel lucky with this? Okay, and for others of you, it's like an energy where you feel like you cannot be happy until you have what you seek. And it almost becomes like a weight, kind of like a weight on your shoulders. Like, I cannot be happy until I have what I need. Okay, Spirit wants to talk about that. So I'm being brought to the Pursuit of Happiness movie, of course. Okay. Do you know what I'm hearing? Oh my God, I love that. So Spirit is showing me like, just imagine the candle represents the relationship that you want, the job that you want, the money that you want, I don't know, the friendship that you want. Just imagine the candle that I'm gonna talk about is what you wish for, okay? You wish for this manager position. And the manager position in my story now is the candle, okay? So if I could describe the energy, spirit is showing me like you received the candle and you now have the candle, but you don't have a lighter. And the lighter standing for the fire, the passion. And the fire standing for spirit and the universe, or the magic. For example, you are in a relationship. People are like, man, your woman is so hot, you must be lucky. But you don't feel a spark. You don't feel the magic. The spark is missing in something. Something about where the spark is missing in something. And it's not, how can I explain that? This is gonna be hard to explain, guys, but to me it feels like, okay, give me a moment, guys. Do you know what I'm hearing? Happiness is not a thing, it's a feeling. Because again, you can be on the coolest party dancing with a guy, but if something, oh man, I'm hearing, how can you win if something ain't right within? Does that make sense? So something is not right within. So wherever you go, this something ain't right within is still there. It could be the coolest party, you could manifest a huge amount of money, but it's like in here. It's the soul, it's the spirit. And I'm not saying, oh, you should be happy with what you have and sit down and meditate and be grateful. I'm not saying that. I would be the last person to tell you, don't think about manifesting money, don't think about manifesting a car. I don't believe in that. I believe that we have desires within us. I don't see money as a bad thing. I don't see desires as a bad thing unless they hurt other people or cause problems in other people's life. So don't think that I tell you, oh, you should be just happy with breathing air, you know, and the rest comes on its own. And don't wish for money, or don't wish for a good career, or don't wish for a husband. This is not the message here, guys, okay? So I don't want you to feel guilty for wanting what you want. But what I'm trying to say is, even if you had it, you might find yourself not being happy because it's a soul problem. It's like there's something with the soul and the spirit. Okay, there's something with the soul and the spirit here that is bothering you. For example, someone is gifting you the most beautiful dress. Okay, this dress is expensive, it has diamonds on it, everything. And you look at it and people are like, you must be so lucky to get this dress. And then you look into the mirror and you feel like, oh my God, this is not me. Like, I should be happy about this dress. It's like so expensive, but why am I sad? You are sad because it is not you. You know how a woman smiles from one cheek to the other when she wears her favorite lipstick, when she wears her favorite dress? Put her in a dress that she doesn't like and she's going to be miserable. She's gonna feel self-conscious, or her confidence goes down. Okay? We are creatures with 5, 6 senses, so that means we are very sensitive to the scent. Put the right scent on your body and you're gonna feel amazing. Put the wrong scent on you and you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Wear the color that is enhancing your eyes and you're gonna feel like a supermodel. Put the wrong color on and you're gonna feel like you look like a potato bag. Does that make sense? So I almost want to say there's something about stimulating your senses, or something about where maybe there is something about you not really being you, but I almost want to say you didn't even notice it. So you're not even noticing it. It's like somebody who's following trends or who's following fashion trends, but it's not really what you like. You just do it because of fashion trends, but you might do it subconsciously. You might not even realize it that you're doing it. So I almost want to say there's something about the problem here might be a little bit deeper, or a little bit more in the soul and in the spirit than you think. So you might be thinking you want a job, but if you think about it, you only want a job because you want to feel stable, and you want to be stable because you want to feel safe, right? And feeling safe means that you are free to express yourself, or you are free to be who you are. So Spirit is saying, what you think is a problem, there's a deeper reason behind it. It's not just, oh, I want this apartment or I want this job. There's something deeper behind it. You might be saying, I want a new job, but what you really want is you want to be so confident that you get any job, right? The confidence, you want the confidence to get the job, not really the job, right? When we, you know that meme, like when people ask you, like, why do you want this job? And then they say, like, because I need money, motherfucker, or something along those lines. That's what it feels like to me here, where it's a little bit deeper than you think. This whole situation might be deeper than you think, okay? You might be thinking, I want new friendships, or how can I explain it? Where you might be thinking you want to be around people that you can relate to, but what you actually want is you want to be so confident that you allow yourself to be yourself in everybody's presence, no matter who it is. Does that make sense? Spirit is saying whatever you're going through, it is a little bit deeper than you think. So Spirit might be saying, go a little bit deeper with your thoughts, go a little bit deeper with this feeling, okay? Analyze it a little bit more, dive into the ocean of this feeling. What is it really about? It's not surface level, there's something deeper in the mix here, okay? You know what I'm hearing? Oh my god, I'm hearing your spirit guides, and your spirit guides are saying, you're smart, you're gonna figure it out. Okay. Let me see. There's something deeper behind it, okay? Now, this is something that I was thinking about yesterday. I was at the gym. Was I at the gym? Yes. I was at the gym, and I got a download. And the way what Spirit was telling me was, just imagine that every human, you know, every human has a soul and a spirit, right? And if you think about it, every human is so different music taste, different, you know, fashion style, different favorite color, different favorite cuisine, what they eat, what they like, what they do to relax, what they do to feel confident. Everybody has it's like a whole different person, everybody, right? Somebody, when they wear the color purple, they feel like the shit, and other people, when they wear the color purple, they feel like they don't look good. So it's so different, like everybody is so freaking unique, how they relax, what triggers them, what is soothing them, their handwriting, like people are like unique. Every human is a masterpiece. Every human is a piece of art, if you think about it. The way they walk, what they wear, what they eat, how they cook, everything, it's a masterpiece. Every human is a masterpiece, if you think about it. Now, Spirit showed me that the human body, or like the soul or the spirit, is kind of like a device. Just imagine you have a device and you don't know how it works. Let's say, for example, you have like a clock in front of you, or I don't know, any kind of device. Spirit basically brought me to, I just saw a bridge. So for some of you guys, maybe a bridge is significant. I don't know, I just saw a bridge. But anyway, so Spirit showed me, like, just imagine it's like a device. You know how humans, we always innovate stuff that is like freaking amazing, that the Neanderthals didn't know about, right? Or different civilizations didn't know about, or maybe they did, question mark. Because we know that ancient Egypt and stuff like that was highly advanced, so there's the question if they were more advanced than us in certain aspects, and the knowledge got lost in the sauce, basically. But if you think about a device, you can only work a device to its full potential if you know how it works. You need to read the instruction of a device, okay? Let's say, for example, it's a light projector. How do you make the best out of this light projector if you don't know how it works, if you don't know how to change the color, if you don't know how to do special effects, right? So you would need to read the instruction. It's the same with the soul. You need to know what is calming me down. For example, guys, the way I calm down, I listen to techno music. Like other people, they get anxiety listening to techno music. Other people despise techno music, but I calm down. I deeply calm down when I listen to techno music. So now that I know that, it's kind of like, oh, I know something about the device, my body, my soul, my spirit, right? It's an instruction. For example, you know that the scent of vanilla is soothing you. For me, I get headaches when I smell vanilla. So that means that your room needs to be customized towards you, or something about where you know. That's why people say know thyself, because if you know vanilla is soothing me, you put on vanilla perfume on your body before you go to a job interview, and the scent is calming you down. So you perform way better in the job interview than if you put a scent on that is making you jittery. Does that make sense? Your body tells you you don't stomach green tea, but coffee is good for you, or the other way around. Your whole body, your soul, and your spirit, it's an instruction. And if you know what works the best for you, I talked about it in a different reading, but if you know the instruction of your soul and your spirit, that's when you function, or like that's when a device can function on its optimal like level, or reach its peak, or something about where you can then use some special effects with the device. You need to know how it works. You need to know the instructions. So there could be an energy where there's certain things that spirit wants you to learn about yourself, okay? Again, for example, a skirt, where you feel more confident in a skirt than in a pair of jeans, okay? And I know it sounds so mundane, but it's very important because we are creatures of senses. God or spirit gave us senses for a reason. It's not just to smell good things, it's also to know like, oh, that scent is good for me, that food is good for me, that color suits me, that color makes me feel confident, that color freaks me out, this type of music is good for me, this type of music is not good for me, ASMR is my thing, something along those lines, okay? And again, if you know the instruction, then you can work with the device. All of a sudden things seem to be so easy. You know where to push the button, you know how to put the special effects, you know how to do this, you know how to do that. That's what it feels like to me here, but it feels like, you know, like knowing thyself or their soul or their spirit. So there could be an energy where spirit is saying the chapter that you're going through right now is about you understanding the soul in your body, you understanding your body, you understanding your kind of beauty. Even when we talk about beauty, okay, even when we talk about beauty, there's certain colors. I love the color pink. Every time I put on the color pink, I just feel amazing. But there's other colors when I put them on, I don't feel beautiful. So sometimes beauty is not even about like how you look, but that you do what you think is beautiful. How can I explain that? Does that make sense? Like if I choose the color that makes me feel beautiful, I feel beautiful. But if I choose a color that I don't like, although it is trendy, and I put it on, then I don't feel beautiful, and then I think I'm ugly, but I'm just wearing the wrong color. Does that make sense? So it's just like a different, you need to put on a different, you need to change the settings to feel beautiful. You need to change the mirror. You need to change, like, even when we look at like, you know, a makeup, where different people with different shapes of their face put different makeup on, or something about where something that looks good on taller people doesn't look good on shorter people, or the other way around. What looks good on people that are curvy, what looks good on people that are skinny. There's a whole, it's deeper than just, oh, it looks good on everybody. It's like, I'm hearing it's not one size fits all. This whole situation is not one size fits all. That's what it feels like to me here. Okay, so it's not a matter of you not being talented. You might not be in the right environment. So you think, oh, I'm not talented because you are in an environment that doesn't appreciate your talent. But it's actually like something about the change of perception. Or you think you're not beautiful, but you just wear the wrong color. Literally, it's just the wrong color. That it's like it's a lot about like illusions and perception. How one person can look more loyal because they wear a certain color. Does that make sense? That's what I'm being brought to. It's like a little bit deeper than what the surface is showing you. So Spirit is saying they want you to go a little bit deeper into the whole situation here. Okay. Sometimes it's even a feeling that makes you feel beautiful. If you know you did something good for a homeless person, you feel good. And when you feel good, you feel like, oh, I like myself. And if you like yourself, you're walking differently. So it's not about like, oh, that's how I look when I look into the mirror. It's a feeling. I feel good because I helped a homeless person. I feel good because I gave somebody a compliment. That good feeling is in your body, and then you're walking and it changes your perception of you. Then you look into the mirror with a good feeling and all of a sudden you find yourself beautiful, but it has nothing to do with the way that you look. Just with, oh, I did something good for another person, or I don't know, something about where, for example, you also get inspired by people that you find beautiful, and then you think to yourself, what is it really that I find beautiful about this person? Maybe what you find beautiful about this person is that they take their time. Does that make sense? Where someone looks very gracious when they, for example, somebody looks very gracious or very graciously, or somebody does something with grace. So they do something very slowly with grace, or with the way that they walk. So you're not envying them, you are envying their grace. Or what you seek is not to look like them or to be them. What you seek is their grace. Does that make sense? So when you start to see, oh man, I really like how slow this person, I like how slow paced this person is, it looks very elegant, and then you start to do it, it's like, oh my God, so I didn't seek this person's beauty, it was an energy that I was seeking. Does that make sense? So you're seeking an energy, you're not necessarily seeking like that thing, you're seeking the energy of freedom, or you're seeking the energy of peace. Okay, and we all know in the manifestation community, that's why they also say that the feeling comes before the manifestation, because it's connected, it's not separate from each other. The feeling and the thing, it's connected. Okay, and sometimes things manifest when the feeling is there first, or the pictures, the vision is there first before that thing is coming. Okay, something about where you feel this energy before it is in your hands. Okay, we have the house here. Home. Coming home to yourself. Knowing what home is. And I'm not just talking about your apartment, I'm also talking about, for example, again, yesterday I was at the gym, and it's funny because we have this card right here, which looks like the gym. Yesterday I was at the gym, and then I realized, man, I feel the most at home when I listen to techno music. Not always, but you know, I like techno music, but I also like R&B, and I like soul music, or like I like R&B. I love, for example, I love music from the 90s and the Y2K, the 2000s, like the whole era with Jennifer Lopez and stuff like that, when she had her limelight. And you know, that's the era that I feel most comfortable in. This is my home. This feels like home to me. The 2000s, the music, the way that these people dress, everything. I like everything about it, so it feels like home to me. I've also noticed that when I go to the gym, I feel at home at the gym. I've also noticed that I love techno music. Techno music feels like home to me. When I look at space, you know, pictures of space, they feel like home to me. For other people, space doesn't feel like home to them. For them, the ocean feels like home. Does that make sense? What is home to you? Spirit wants you to come back home, to guide your soul home, to come back home, to define what home is. It's not just a house, it's also a feeling. It's things that you come back to. Music, colors, perfumes, scents, food, okay? Places that feel like home. For others of you, Spirit is saying you are about to find home, okay? So for some of you guys, you are about to discover home, but it might be in a different place. It's like, for some of you guys, I feel like you don't feel at home in your home country, and Spirit is saying you are about to explore or know where your home is, okay? Because I'm seeing someone here like, I'm seeing someone here discovering their home, okay? But I'm also hearing something about feeling at home in your body, feeling at home in your body, or feeling at home on planet Earth, or feeling at home in an environment, feeling at home in a color, right? When you put like a sunset lamp on, that makes you feel like this color makes me feel at home. Flowers make me feel at home. This statue makes me feel at home. Spirit wants you to embrace this home energy, okay? Something about come back home, okay? And again, for others of you, you are about to experience or explore home, or you're finding your new home, like literally a house, or where you find home in a new country or a new city, okay? Because where you are at, it's not your home. And Spirit just wants to confirm to you that's actually true. If you say you don't feel at home where you're at, it's because it is not your home, but you're on a journey to find home, okay? So we have the card here, Pink Lotus Fairy. It says a time for Spirit. Okay, so this is a time for you to discover what home is, before you, kind of like where Spirit wants you to look at multiple apartments, wants you to look at multiple houses, metaphorically speaking, before you sign a contract, because then it's permanent. Before you before you make a permanent decision to look at other houses or look at other apartments, just energetically speaking, okay? So that you really know it is home, that this is really that this is really home, okay? That this is really home for you. But let's see, guys. I need to cleanse a little bit here. Give me a moment, guys. So I'm gonna read these cards out now. Again, it says Pink Lotus Fairy, a time for Spirit. Okay. So there could be an energy where Spirit is saying the reason why you feel like shit is because you kind of you need to realign with your spirituality, or you walking, it's something about where you coming back to your spirituality or your spiritual practices, or something about something that you did in the past. I don't know where the camera cut me off, but let me just read out the cards. Let me also show you what it looks like. I'm also hearing oh yeah, that you kind of like fell off the bandwagon, or something about it's about self-discovery, okay? Beauty is also about self-discovery. Let me tell you something. If I learned anything about beauty or finding yourself beautiful, it really is a journey where you fall in love with yourself, or where you fall in love with things and you decorate yourself with those things. Does that make sense? It could be literally earrings out of feathers, and you feel, oh my god, I feel like a goddess when I wear these earrings. But if you don't know that you feel like a goddess when you wear feather earrings, then you miss out on that feeling. Does that make sense? And sometimes it's not even attached to an object. Sometimes it's just attached to what happens when you practice something, that you feel adrenaline, like you're seeking adrenaline, right? You're seeking adrenaline, but you can get this adrenaline feeling in the gym, or you can get this adrenaline feeling when you challenge yourself. Okay, so you think my life is boring, but you're basically seeking challenges. Does that make sense? There's something about it's deeper than you think. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands here. I just want to show you the cards a little bit. We have the Eight of Cups. Excuse me, we also have Temperance. Okay. Do you know what I'm also hearing? Like, for some people, again, for some people their home is makeup. For some people their home is like music or making music. For some people their home is like, I don't know, decoration, interior design, flowers, herbs. Everybody has a different home energetically, okay? And I almost want to say you might be a way more spiritual person than you think, or you're seeking, it's like an energy where your soul, the way your soul is designed, that you are destined to be way more spiritual than you actually are. Does it make sense? How can I explain that? It's like where maybe in a past life you were a guru, so your need to practice spirituality is way more intense than other people. Does that make sense? Or something about where maybe in the chapter that you are at, or in your life right now, you need more spirituality than maybe in the last chapter or in the next chapter, just right here, right now. You need more prayer, you need more connections with, you need more conversations with the universe. You need it more than maybe you did in the past, or than you will in the future. It's just a chapter where this chapter is all about spirituality, and it's all about connecting to God in the universe. And it's kind of like an energy where something happens within first before something happens outside. There's something about you connecting to God in the universe and discovering the truth about your own beauty, your home, what feels homey to you. And I feel like home right now is like spirituality. And if you are familiar with astrology, I'm being brought to the 12th house, like Pisces energy. Okay, I'm being brought to like where home right now could be Pisces energy, in case you are familiar with astrology. And if you also look at Pisces energy, this is like where monks meditate on a mountain. Okay, this is where people withdraw from society to learn more about who they are, but also to see something from an outside perspective, to observe society. Okay, so this could be an energy that you're, again, for others of you, it's literally like you didn't know that yoga was the cure to the poison. You didn't know that, doing water rituals is gonna heal your soul. You didn't know that connecting to fire makes you feel confident. There's something about where there's something that you don't know about yourself that Spirit wants you to discover, basically. Okay, so let me see what that is about. I think that's that book. It's the number 43. 43. Hold on, guys. Okay, so it says a time for Spirit. Hold on. Okay. Oh my God, I already love that. So it says a time for Spirit. You may love your guilt-free rants, staying up too late and happily behaving badly, but you're about to balance all that out with some very powerful new spiritual teachings and connections. You are to meet a wise one who seems very still, very slow. Didn't I talk about where you observe a person who is very slow? Like when they do things very slowly and you're like, wow, everybody's like rushing, but this person's like, their life is very slow paced. They walk very slowly. Okay, or something about where your obsession or your admiration for somebody is deeper than you think. It's not just about the other person. It says something about your own soul, okay, or your own path. It says, you are to meet a wise one who seems very still, very slow, and very peaceful. She will be tranquil and serene and immersed in a path that until now has felt too slow or foreign for you. I can't. Okay. But this teacher, who is represented by the pink lotus fairy, will assist you in finding more of your soul's true wisdom. Within this time of inner discovery, you will commit to disciplined new training in the mental realm, study and physical movement that is unfamiliar. You're ready for an unfamiliar territory or a new territory, okay? It says to you, all of which helps you to naturally choose thoughts that are empowering and enlivening, yet completely authentic and real. We talked about it, right? It has to feel authentic, okay? So don't do anything that you feel like doesn't feel authentic to you, okay? But also don't push anything away that you don't know before trying it at least once, if that makes sense, okay? You will learn to be still and to listen to the beat of your heart without giving into restlessness or the critical voice inside or the cliches the ego loves to trip you up with. After you have learned more discipline through peaceful practice of meditation or exercise or mantras, you will nurture yourself more willingly without guilt, and you will have returned to a place of tranquility, self-love and peace. You will bring into balance your own shadows and light. Don't worry, you will be happier and more peaceful, but you won't be boring. You can never be. Okay, and then the divination message says, on your journey, on your quest, there are times when it's worth finding that very heavenly place within where the soul of love resides. In this blissful state, this nirvana, you will be nurturing some new, very enriching and exciting information and guidance will come to you. It will be very helpful for you to take up yoga, Pilates, or a physical exercise that has a spiritual practice attached. It doesn't have to be spiritual. It could also be weightlifting, I'm just saying. But maybe a balance of both, if you ask me. So you could be like weightlifting and stuff like that, but then also finding yourself meditating for 10 minutes is what I mean. Has a spiritual practice attached to it in order to cultivate your inner peace and to receive these messages clearly. Soon a teacher, guide, or mentor will enter your life. When you meet that person, know that he is here to demonstrate ways for you to find your own path and to grow and evolve into the being you are meant to be. Go within, look deeply into your heart, and find the love that overflows in its secret, quiet place. Your love is rich and warm and flowing still, and it is time for you to renew your connection to the source via the teachings you will be introduced to soon. When you patiently learn from a good teacher who is pure in intent, your power of focus, telepathy, intuition, and inner peace, no matter what the outer circumstances, will be greatly amplified. This is what I was talking about. No matter the outer circumstances, there's always something that you can do, even if you hate where you live and who you live with and what is going on around you. Okay? Something about where you are peace. Like there could be chaos happening around you, but your body, your soul, your spirit is walking, like you're a walking energy of peace. Like if your vibration is peaceful, it vibrates peace, even if there's like chaos around you. Does that make sense? So if you seek peace, peace starts in your body, in your soul, and in your spirit before it can manifest. So you might find yourself feeling stuck in a place that you don't like it. And I don't want to be insensitive because I know how it feels. But it's important to, okay, I might not like this right here, but I can find peace right here. I can find peace right here until I find my path to find peace in my new home, in my country, in a new city, with a new job or whatever. Okay, and that's also how you have the power to manifest and also the power to kind of like endure this harsh energy around you, to find peace right here. And that peace is going to bring you to where you need to be, because you're going to have more energy, okay, to push through this chaotic energy, whatever this might be in your life. Okay, so pile number 2, I think that's all I have for you guys. I hope this reading helped you. I'm going to see my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading, guys. So give me a moment. I'm going to display the cards, and I have not yet right now decided how I'm going to title this reading. But I think maybe like a message from your spirit guides, but basically it's like a mystery message, because I don't know the topic. I don't know what spirit wants to tell you or what the universe wants to tell you right now. So it's a mystery topic. This might be career, love, whatever, whoever. I don't know what it is, but let's see what's going on. Okay, so give me a moment here, guys. Okay, pile number 3. What am I seeing here? What is happening here? I'm hearing every time the moon shines, I become alive. And then she sings something, or he, it's Kid Cudi. I'm feeling strange in the night. Nowhere to hide, nothing's right. There's something going wrong with me. I am changing up the need, and I'm feeling stronger, more alert. I'm on the move. I smell her sick, and I know I will find her soon, soon, soon. I find her, it's not too late. They say she's pure, she has the cure. I hope she can find a man within the beast. I hope she saves me from the curse I had to beat. What is happening here? Every time the moon shines, I become alive. And every time the moon shines, I become alive. Pile number 3. So there's two energies that I pick up here. First of all, spirit wants to validate you in you feeling weird. You have a weird feeling, or you feel like the signs you have been receiving lately have been weird. Something has been weird. Maybe something has been weird at your job, with a person in your family, with a friend, maybe even with your food, or how your body is acting up, or you are more anxious than usual, or something is happening here. So first of all, spirit wants to say you're correct. Something is in the air. So it's not in your imagination. I'm seeing it here. And in the song, what is it called? Alive. It's called Alive by Kid Cudi. And in the song, he says something about where he wants to find this woman that can cure him from like something that he's going through, or something along those lines. So I pick up two energies here. Something about where someone is too codependent on you to the point where you need to tell them, like, they need to, like, you need to talk to this person, because this is this world is not all rainbows and sunshine. So you need to somehow have like you need to know how to be independent. But when you don't, it's like when you have a child and you don't teach your child to be independent. And when your child becomes codependent, they run into problems in the future. So it's important to already teach your child to be independent and do things on their own. So there could be an energy where someone around you is like too dependent on you. May that be emotionally, financially, spiritually, where they only practice their spirituality when they're with you, but they never do it on their own. Wow, that's interesting. I never heard that before, but it makes sense. So again, there could be an energy where someone is like too dependent on you, and Spirit is saying they need to do something on their own. Like they need to know how to do it on their own. So maybe you teach them, or you need to tell them, like, you need to, something about independence. Like there has to be a conversation about independence where another person, like, for example, you're the only one who has a job and the other person doesn't. Like, it needs to be teamwork. There's something here is not teamwork. Okay, something here is not teamwork. Something here is like one-sided, or the teamwork is like not, it's like there's something unbalanced here. Something is not teamwork. Okay, now for others of you, if it's not concerning another person, this could also be, and again, I'm just a tarot reader on the internet, so don't take my word for gospel, but I'm also hearing something about Spirit wants you to seek like an alternative healer, or something about where there's like a cure to what you're going through, but you need to look, like you need to go further away, or you need to like look at your options. So when you go into a drugstore, they might not have it, or it needs to be ordered. Does that make sense? So it's not like on the shelf. It's like you have to research it and then you know about it. So this cure could be something that needs a lot of research, or an alternative healer, or consulting an alternative healer, or like looking into the alternative department. And for others of you, it could also be the opposite, going more into the pharmaceutical department, in case you've tried a lot of like herbs that didn't work. Maybe the pharmaceutical is like more, it's gonna help you. Okay, because like I'm hearing something about balance. Okay, something about where you only tried one thing but not the other. So Spirit might be saying, hey, maybe try the other side. Like, I don't know what it is. Okay, or maybe like put these two together, because for example, in my hometown where I live, there is like a drugstore that is like purely herbal. It's like a drugstore, so it's pharmaceutical, but it's still herbal. Like it's still herbalists have been inventing these medications and stuff like that. So there could also be a fusion of those two energies, in case it is connected to your health. Okay, or maybe for example, your weight gain, just an example, or your weight loss is not your body, it might be psychological. Does that make sense? Where it's like the way your mind is like decompressing is like psychological, like you eat when you decompress. So the problem is not the food or not your willpower, it's like your mind. It's like the psychology, when you think it is your body. Okay, or it could be the other way around, where you think it's psychological, but it is just because certain food, like you don't lose weight when you eat certain food. So you need to know the way your body works. Does that make sense? There's something about, again, either like look elsewhere to find the cure, or someone sees you as the cure-all to the point where they are very dependent on you, and it's unhealthy. That's what it feels like to me here. What is happening? It's like almost as if somebody is only happy when you make them happy. They don't know how to create their own happiness again. I just had a huge epiphany, like where another person only is practicing spirituality when they are with you, but not by themselves. Or I don't know, it's like there's something weird. Something about this is not teamwork, okay? Spirit is saying something is not teamwork. Now for others of you, there's a different message. For others of you, because we have the golden phoenix here, and it says something you thought finished bursts back into your life. Something you thought finished bursts back into your life. And I almost want to say there could be old pain resurfacing from the past, because I was remembering the past in your reading. And you might be thinking, I pray for my life to get better. So why do things get worse? Or why do I feel more in pain than before my prayer? Let me tell you why. This is purging season. You're purging everything. Okay, so if you pray for a better life, things might get chaotic in the beginning because Spirit heard your prayer. But your prayer might come with unpleasant changes, or kind of like a purging where you say you want to be free of pain. Then the pain has to come up first, it has to be healed, and then it goes away. So your prayer has been answered, but it's a little bit chaotic in the beginning, if that makes sense. For others of you, I'm hearing that you sent out a prayer to meet your true love and your future spouse, and Spirit is saying that's the reason why you go through different changes, or the changes that you go through right now, or this weird feeling that you have that old things come back to, like where old things are resurfacing, like old problems you had with your confidence, with your body, with, I don't know, like with your career or something along those lines. All these things are bubbling up because they are part of you finally meeting your true love and your future spouse, where you have to handle all of that first, or it's part of you meeting your true love and your future spouse. You might be thinking, why is everything upside down in my life? You know, or something about you want to meet your true love and your future spouse, but things are getting like more chaotic, is what I'm feeling here. But it's like it's all part of the plan. Okay, so this chaos might be part of the plan, or this like this chaos might be part of the plan. Okay, or something about like there's a lesson in this chaos that you need in order to manifest your true love and your future spouse, or in order to be ready for the union. Because I feel like for some of you guys, it has something to do with your love life. And again, for others of you, this could be like someone is codependent on you, and this needs to be addressed. This needs to be looked at. Okay, because we have sweet memories. If for others of you, I'm also hearing something about where you only hold on to something because you have been with this person for a while. Let's say, for example, it's a friendship that you don't feel connected to this person anymore, but you think it's your obligation to stay with them, although you don't feel it anymore. But if the connection from your side doesn't feel genuine, then it's like it doesn't really make sense. I don't know. Does that make sense? It's like not that you're lying on purpose, but it's like you might be lying to yourself for the sake of making the other person happy, but it's still a lie, whether you lie to the other person or to yourself. Does that make sense? Because you think, oh, I know this person for so long, or maybe I have been at this job for so long, I've been in this country for so long, where you say this is my home because you've been living here for years, but you know in your heart it's not your home. You just say it is your home because of like the number that is attached to how long you have been living there. Does that make sense? That's what it feels like to me, because we have your sweet memories, but it says dried flower fairy. Okay, so something about a dry flower, okay, or something is dry, like a watering a dry plant, or just holding on to something that you know it doesn't even feel that great anymore, if that makes sense. Or it's like the plant needs to be replaced because it cannot be revived. Or what you can do, what you can do with that plant, in case it is an edible plant, you could actually like dry it and make a herb out of it, or like a herbal tea. So the way it cannot stay the way it is. You either replace the plant, or you transform it into something different, right? From being a plant to being a tea. Does that make sense? There's something about a transformation from the way it is. It cannot stay the way it is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so This is what I'm being brought to, but let me see what's happening here. So something about the way something is, it cannot stay the way it is. Okay, and you might try your best, or another person might try their best to keep everything as it is, but it's like, that's not like nature has a cycle, you know, it doesn't always stay summer, it doesn't always stay daytime, it changes into nighttime, and it changes into autumn season, winter season. Does that make sense? That's what it feels like to me here. We also have here the wolf moon. It says, I will watch over you. Okay. Yeah, I'm also hearing something about independence, or it's time for you to, like, where you feel like you need a supervisor, or you need like someone standing next to you to tell you if you do something right, but it's time for you to like do it on your own without someone standing next to you to tell you if you do the right or the wrong thing. So there could be a call for more independence, or to yeah, this is what I'm being brought to. I'm being brought to like movie scenes where a person is like getting the courage to do something on their own, like, okay, I can do this, and they talk to themselves in the mirror. Okay, I can do this, I can do this on my own, you know, and then they do it, and it goes great, and it gets better and better and better. I'm also hearing like something about how do you call it, like learning by doing, or something about practice makes perfect. Okay, Spirit might also want you to know that nothing is ever perfect in the beginning. It always becomes better and better and better and better until it reaches perfection, almost in quotation marks, but it's not really perfect. It just looks like it's perfect, if that makes sense, because perfection doesn't exist, right? Let me see. Where's the Four of Cups here? Yeah. And I just talked about you're looking into a mirror like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. So I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, there could be an energy where something has been making you feel very insecure about yourself, or very like where you don't feel confident about yourself, or about, again, this could also be another person where you have so much compassion with them that you always do everything for them, but it's like, what are they gonna do when you're not there? You cannot be there all the time, okay? Or something about like, where you're not this person's parent, you're their friend. You're not this person's parent, you are their boyfriend or their girlfriend. So the dynamic between the two of you has to change a little bit here, if that makes sense. But again, there's also a strong need for you to let go of something in the past, like the way it used to be. Like, I'm hearing, why are things not the way they used to be? Like, why is it not the way it used to be? In the past, it was so much better, is what I'm hearing. Okay, I don't know what this means, guys, but again, Spirit is saying it's not the natural rhythm. The natural rhythm is change. The natural rhythm is like, you grow into something, you grow out of something, you grow into something, you grow out of something. You root yourself, you settle, you uproot. It's like, it's a natural cycle to go with the cycle and the flow of the universe, to not resist it, okay? That's what it feels like to me here. You know what I'm hearing? Oh my god, I love that. Because we have here angel number 1111. Okay, let me show it to you. We have 11 here, and then we have a 1 here. Okay, so here we have 11. Okay, and then here we have a 1, and then here we have a 12, which then adds up to 1111. Okay, and I'm hearing it's time for you to trust the magic of new beginnings. Is literally what I'm hearing. Okay, Spirit is saying it's time for you to trust the magic of new beginnings, because 111 is, you know, like new beginnings. Okay, or there might even be an energy where Spirit is saying this new energy is gonna be way better than the past. Okay, or you're gonna be surprised how nice this new energy is, this new way of living is. I don't know what this means. Okay, or how refreshing you're going to feel, like you're going to feel alive and revived, and like a fresh energy in your soul, if you go with the flow and the current of the universe. Okay, it's like when you are a surfer, you don't do your own thing, you become in sync with the wave, right? Because if you are not in sync with the wave, like it doesn't work. It's not teamwork. You're not in teamwork with the water, with the wave. Where's the Ten of Cups here? And again, for others of you, Spirit is saying the changes that you're going through right now, everything that you're learning right now, Spirit is preparing you to meet your true love and your future spouse, okay? Maybe they're telling you that to be a little bit more motivated about the challenges that you go through, because at the end of the day, you're going to meet your true love and your future spouse because you are willing to listen and be taught by Spirit, or to let life teach you, okay, is what I'm hearing. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing where this goes. Where's the Three of Swords here? And we have the Sun card, yeah. For some of you guys, I at least get this message like once a week or something, but I'm also hearing something about to make your imagination reality, okay? And again, for others of you, it's time for you to like let go of something. You could be still looking at old pictures, you could still watch tarot readings about a person in your past, or you could still like, I don't know, try to manifest them or change the past, something about you're still trying to change the past or something along those lines. But again, Spirit is saying like, there's this one quote, because we have the Sun card here and the Three of Swords, and he's not necessarily happy. But there's a quote in my language, and every time I feel a little bit like, you know, I'm overthinking something, I tell myself, but again, in my language, it rhymes perfectly. It sounds super funny, but it says, happy is the person that forgets what cannot be changed. This is what I'm hearing. But again, it rhymes like perfectly in my language, or like in my native language, or, you know, like, yeah, happy is the person who forgets what cannot be changed. Okay, where's the High Priestess here? Yeah, there's something about where the High Priestess in reverse tells me that you already know the truth, but you might be like suppressing it, or you might not want to look at it for too long because it might be hurting. So Spirit might be saying it's time for you to face this pain. I'm also hearing the only way out of it is through. Like the only way out of it is to go through it, okay? I'm also hearing Spirit is saying like, you're gonna be fine, don't worry, okay? It's like an energy where it's gonna sting a little bit in the beginning, but you're gonna be fine. I don't know what this means, okay? Kind of like when you get like an injection, how do you call it? I forgot the English word for, you know, like when you go to the doctor, like it's like it stings in the beginning, but then it's like, it's fine, you're getting over it, okay? Yeah, look at that. It's like something about avoiding a change in your life that you need to know needs to happen. And again, Spirit is saying it's only gonna be hard in the beginning, okay? I'm being brought to like when I stopped smoking. Guys, I felt like I was fighting a fucking battle when I stopped smoking, okay? I was really, I thought I was fighting a fucking I was fighting a fucking battle because I was smoking in the past, then I stopped smoking, and then I started smoking again, and then I stopped again. And I actually stopped 3 times so far. But it was a fucking battle. But it was only hard like the first, I would say the first few months. And you can always pray to the universe to send you strength. So every time you feel like I'm weak, speak to your spirit guide, speak to God. Thank you, God, for sending me strength today, not to give in to fast food. Does that make sense? This needs to be a daily thing. You need to ask Spirit for strength to overcome this or to get through this. Spirit is basically saying something about prayer is going to help you in this situation, okay, where they want to help you, which is the reason why we have I will watch over you. So you have a spirit guide around you that wants to help you out of a situation, but you have to ask like on a daily basis. Thank you for sending me the strength to endure this situation. Thank you for sending me the willpower that I need. Thank you for sending me like the endurance, the perseverance that I need to get out of this bullshit, okay? This is what I'm being brought to. But there's something about like an ending, or like where you already know the truth, like your intuition already gave you all the signs that you need. The signs are already around you. You already know the whole truth. You already know what is going on. You just need to act on your own intuition. That's what it feels like to me here, okay? Where's the Justice card here? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Let me see what's happening here, guys. I almost want to say like there's an energy because all of your cards came out in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune, it's almost as if you're stopping yourself from happiness. Or it's almost this energy where it's like almost this energy where you don't like changes. And while certain changes are kind of unpleasant, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want to sit here like, oh, you know, just let it happen and stuff like that. Some changes are fucking unpleasant. It's not pleasant, okay? I understand you. But what Spirit wants to tell you is it might be very unpleasant in the beginning. But do you know how much happiness this change is gonna bring to you once you let go? Something about this, you need to let go because there's so much more out there for you than whatever this energy here is. I don't know what you're holding on to, but it's like what is this? What is pile number 3 holding on to? What is this energy here about? Yeah, you could be holding on to a connection. You could be holding on to like a connection, or you could be holding on to a person, or a person could be holding on to you, and you might be the one that needs to release them by being like very clear with your words. Does that make sense? Where maybe you are the one where you need to release somebody. Okay, so you could be the one that needs to release somebody by telling them, hey, you need to do this on your own, or something about speaking clearly so that this person knows that they can move on. I don't know what this means, guys, okay? So again, you could be holding on to a connection that brings you anxiety. This could also be you're doing something that brings you, like, you know, it brings you anxiety, but you hold on to it because it's your comfort zone. It could be your comfort food that even though it brings you comfort in the moment, you get anxiety afterwards. So there's something about like, if you let this change happen, your anxiety is going to be gone. Something about overcoming your anxiety or overcoming like your fear. Okay, or something about a connection brings you anxiety and fear, or a connection really weighs you down. 7 of Wands, yeah. There's also something about like excusing somebody's behavior or defending somebody although you know they did something wrong, where you don't want to admit that the other person is in the wrong. Or you might take the blame although you know the other person, it's like, it's not on your part, it's on the other person's part, but you take the blame because you think this person is fragile and you're strong. But how is this person going to become strong if you never challenge them? People become strong when they get challenged. So if you never give them a challenge, then how are they going to become strong? Does that make sense? So I don't know what this means in your life, but there's something about a connection or excusing someone's behavior that you know was not. There could also be a person who is using an excuse around you, like, oh, you know, I didn't know, I don't know. It's like an energy where somebody needs a therapy or needs a therapist, but they don't go out looking for a therapist. They use you as a therapist. Although it's not your job. Like, you can be there for this person, but if it is interfering with your life, your energy, and your like schedule, then it's like a, you know, it tips the scale. So there could be an energy where someone here needs a therapist, but they use you as their therapist. Does that make sense? That's what it feels like to me here. Or you could be the one that needs a therapist instead of relying on another person, or something about not being scared to do something on your own. Okay. Something about spirit. And the funny thing is now, even more so, now I'm hearing like, wow, because I'm hearing like you let this energy go and you think you are by yourself, but there's a replacement. Like, okay, let's say for example you have a guy, you talk to them, but you know it's not the right thing. So you let go of this man or this woman. It could even be a habit, okay? It could be a habit where you know this habit is not good for you. It causes anxiety. It makes you very like also where you excuse your own behavior. Like, you know you could do better, but you come up with excuses, or it's kind of like where you know you're doing something, like where you have to call yourself out on your own bullshit. If nobody else is doing it around you, somebody has to do it. And if you don't like criticism from other people, which is totally understandable, it's not easy, at least respect yourself and tell yourself, okay, I don't want to know what you tell me and what you tell me, but I'm going to take my own criticism. Does that make sense? I'm going to be my own judge. Okay, I don't want to listen to you and I don't want to listen to you, but listen to yourself. Does that make sense? Where you're like, shut the hell up. You know, I know what I do, even if you don't know what you're doing. But at least listen to yourself, because your soul has been telling you, or maybe, I don't know what it means, okay? But I'm hearing something about, okay, you might be by yourself for a while. You know, your roommate moves out, you might be by yourself for a while, just an example. Spirit is saying there's gonna be a replacement. May that be in the form of your connection to spirit and the universe is becoming stronger. May that be a stray cat that is coming to you out of nowhere and you have like a new family, like it's a new member of the family. May that be a co-worker that you're gonna meet. There's something about it, there's gonna be a replacement for this person if you let this energy go. Okay, that's what it feels like to me here. Or something about trying something new, because whatever this new energy is going to make you happier, or it's going to be healthier for you, where you hold on to what you know. Like, you know, this, like, it's going to be so weird, but it's like you're holding on to like your old haircut, because that's all you knew all your life. But this new haircut, it's like it's bringing out a new version of you, and it's like it's bringing more life into your life. Or you're gonna feel more alive, you know? That's what it feels like to me here, okay? But anyway, pile number 3, I think that's all I have for you guys. I hope you like this reading. I hope this helped you. I'm gonna see you in my next one, and I wish you a lovely day. Bye.